So, Terry...
No time for intros, Dan. We have to talk rugby league. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rugby League Outlaws.
What a week!
I cannot wait to talk about this. That was one of the best weeks of rugby league.
Absolutely.
A few blowout games here and there.
I had someone message me and say the quality of game's never been worse, and I said, you get out of my mentions.
Oh, clearly they didn't watch Friday Night Footy.
No, what a week. What a week. You know, but the final spots.
The final spot. So 7 teams are locked in.
One to go.
So we've got Canberra locked in.
Yep.
Melbourne's locked in. We've got
The
Dogs
Doggies
locked in. The Warriors are locked in. Broncos locked in. The Sharks for the 10th time in the 11th season. Again. And Penrith.
They're in.
They're all locked in. So it comes down to the Roosters, who let a big opportunity slip in that game.
And now have a difficult game upcoming. More on that in a minute.
So the Roosters are 8th.
Yep.
Manly... Oh, no, sorry, the Dolphins are 9th. Manly are 10th.
Yep, same points.
Now,
2 points behind the Roosters.
4 or 5 weeks ago on this couch, you and I were talking about that the Dolphins had a significant advantage over everyone that they were chasing with 171 points on their for and against. It has been knocked to smithereens right now. They're on like plus 81.
Yep, not good.
Absolutely not good. So let's give you the stakes. The Roosters are 8th.
Yep.
Their final 2 games, they take on the Melbourne Storm in Melbourne this week with no Sam Walker.
Gornskis.
Yeah, so Sandon Smith was pulled from New South Wales Cup, which has cost them their New South Wales Cup season.
Yep.
He's going to go down. The halves are going to be Hugo Savala and Sandon Smith. They play the Melbourne Storm, and then the final game of the season, they take on the Rabbitohs, who the Rabbitohs cannot make the finals this year, but you cannot tell me that the Rabbitohs are going to go into round 27 and roll over when they will have the opportunity to knock the Roosters into next week. Knock them out of the finals.
They have 2 things to play for. One is obviously hurting the old rivals, and secondly is getting AJ, Alex Johnston, a hat-trick in front of 40,000 people on their fiercest rivals' home pitch. It is literally perfect. Yeah, the Bunnies, and you watch all those players with those minor injuries go, you know what, I'm good.
I'm pretty good now. Then let's talk about the Eagles. Now, the Eagles, a thumping win over the Dolphins on the weekend in Daly Cherry-Evans 350th. More on that later. They are away to the Dragons. Now, a couple of weeks ago, the Dragons had a glimmer of hope, and that got knocked down in New Zealand, and then that got kicked to Redfern by 40 points to 0. They've got nothing to play for, but they'll want to stop Manly.
Yeah, of course. I don't know if they will, because Manly and then suddenly back in it.
Then Manly's final game of the season is at Brookvale, 4 Points Oval, against the Warriors.
Ooh, very winnable.
So, but we're saying very winnable, but the Roosters have a hard draw, a difficult draw. Manly have a pretty difficult draw.
They do, but the Roosters only need to beat South, and it's what we're talking about. Done.
Yes, they do. The Roosters only need to win one.
But if there's a game you don't want, it's South Sydney in that sort of situation.
Let's talk about the Dolphins. The Dolphins are hosting the Titans this weekend. The Titans need a win to get off the bottom.
So this won't be an easy game because they've got it all to play for.
This won't be an easy game. And the Dolphins, as we've seen the last couple of the years, their injury depletion, they've got nothing left. They've run out of steam. Isaiah Katoa looks like he's run out of steam. I don't like Hammer in the centres at all.
It's qualities.
Yeah, I don't like him in the centres at all. I think they need to put Max Feeney back there. Or Max.
One of the
Feeney brothers needs to go back in the centres.
Same person,
And then the final game of the season for the Dolphins, they will get, depending on the minor premiership, whether it's locked up or not, they're hosting the Raiders.
Yes. If everything goes to plan.
They may get a weakened Raiders team.
Yeah, which in Canberra have shown in the past they will rest. So will Melbourne. They've both come out and said that the minor premiership isn't important. I bet a second minor premiership's important. The Dolphins, for me, Gornskis. The other 2, delicious.
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to...
Can't see the Roosters
I mean, the Dolphins have got the Titans this weekend.
Yeah, they'll dust
So if the Roosters lose and the Dolphins win, the Dolphins go into the final round in 8th.
Ooh.
And if they're coming up against a well-rested Raiders team... They've got everything to play for.
Ooh.
So we didn't think about that, did we?
Rugby, no, we didn't.
And then we're also talking about that if the Roosters lose and Manly win by enough, they will jump the Roosters.
Yeah, it's.
So then if they lose and these guys win, they don't just need to beat the Rabbits.
They don't either. Oh my word. This rugby league.
Rugby league.
What a terrible product.
Rugby, yes.
Terrible game. Worst season ever, Webby.
Now let's flip this, Dan.
Negative.
No, it's not negative. The wooden spoon is just as fun.
Yeah, look, true.
And I think the wooden spoon should be celebrated.
You reckon, like, a bus parade?
Like, properly celebrated. Like, we give a big thing for the minor premiership. Take the piss out of the team that comes 17th.
Oh, there's nothing fans will want to see more than a bus parade and streamers.
No, just give them a giant trophy at the end.
Yeah, and you make the captain give a speech.
Yeah.
You're all screwed.
Yeah, we'll do better next year, like kind of thing. That would be awesome.
Okay.
But we're going into the final round of the season. The Titans are currently the only two teams. I'm saying it's between the Titans and the Knights.
Blockbusters.
Now, the Knights cannot score points to save themselves.
Yep. So watch them score 36 this
And
week.
the Titans, they just can't tackle.
Yeah, true.
They can score all the points you want. They just cannot tackle. We've seen in the last 2 weeks they scored 22 points against Cronulla. They scored 18 points on the weekend. Who'd they lose to?
And lost by like a combined 1,000. The Warriors, yeah.
So
Newcastle
have got the Sharks.
In Cronulla, Sharks need to win to keep the top four alive.
Keep the top
We've
four.
seen Cronulla lose these games, but they shouldn't. Let's say Cronulla win.
And emphatically.
Yep, 20 points.
Yep. The Dolphins are hosting the Titans. As we said, the Dolphins are running out of steam. The Titans will look at this as the best opportunity.
This is 100% their
This is the game that they need to leapfrog the Knights. The final round, the Knights are hosting the Eels.
Well, that's... Who knows what's going to happen there.
The Eels, and the Titans are hosting the Tigers.
Both
the
winnable
Tigers
games.
have got nothing to play for anymore.
They're out now. Very winnable games. This is delicious.
Like, whoever has turned around and said this, and I get it, there's teams that can't make the finals and you're seeing them just strudge along or whatever. But, like, the Tigers-Cowboys game this weekend, the Tigers were a bad mathematical chance of making the finals, and we would have been talking about them had they won. That game was insane.
It was beautiful. It was, dare I say, sexy.
Yeah, rugby, like the product of rugby league is actually an awesome thing. It's sometimes just let down by...
shit teams.
Well, that and referees.
Yeah. No negativity.
No negativity. Speaking of negatives, jobs for the boys. This is all on you.
Terry, for those that don't know me, I'm not the hugest fan of Kevin Walters. I think he's not a coach's backside. I think it's fair to say.
Very good Origin coach.
This past week, we've seen reports come out that he wanted to appoint Gordon Tallis hasn't done anything in rugby league well for 30 years fame as a culture expert, whatever. His best mate, Gordy Tallis. Let's bring him, let's get on the drinks, let's have some fun, paid vacation. That's how I see it. I'm not saying that's how it is, that's how I see it. And 99.9% of the rugby league world. Then it also came out that he approached Nathan Brown and was it Alex Glenn or
no, Ben Teo.
Ben Teo, rather. Both good players. To be assistants. Mates of his. And the NRL said, no, they're Broncos assistants and they both suck. Stop trying to bring your mates on tour with you. What is this bloke doing? Go to Cameron Smith, say, are you available? He says, yes, cool, you're my assistant. Knowing full well Cameron Smith's going to be the full-time coach of the Kangaroos following this tour. It doesn't matter what happens. This is purely Cam probably didn't want to, risk losing to England in his first couple of tests. Let's ease him in. He's your assistant coach. The NRL said, you're not going to appoint an NRL assistant coach to this. We don't want anything to do with any club. We want someone who isn't there. Just go to Brad Arthur. Say, you're already in England. Join us for 3 weeks. There's your 2 assistants. Stop trying to bring your mates along. Then he goes, don't forget, this is the same bloke who said, Joe Travojevic, with respect, has had a good career, but wouldn't make the third team for a competent coach. He's come out and said, yeah, he's right in the reckoning. He said, Mark, he's definitely... I'm looking at him when there's 15 better wingers available.
So, I was having a chat last night. I don't think there is. I think there's 3 wingers that you take on the tour. Mark, Zach Lomax,
and Xavier Coates.
They're the 3 wingers I'm taking.
I'll give you that because I don't want to argue because I said no negativity. Gosh darn it.
Maybe the only other one that you could slide in there was Jacob Kiraz.
Yeah, they're going to... Look, Kiraz is a great shout. They're probably going to take Dylan Edwards as a backup fullback. He's played wing for Australia. There's Turbo, he'll go and he can play wing. I don't think there's a spot for him because I think if there's one route to victory for England, it's going to Marky Mark's wing and just scoring tries to him. We'll see 50 to 48, and he'll probably score 5 amazing tries. His last few weeks, now that I bagged him, has been magnificent. But stop it. You're an embarrassment to the position.
Whilst I agree about the jobs for the boys, I think, and I'm almost certain that if he had said, I want to take Josh Hannay and Stephen Price, that the NRL would have said, yeah, okay.
No one cares.
Yeah. I think it's for the fact that it's the Broncos connection.
Yeah.
It
looks terrible.
Now, I don't like this. We don't want anyone tied to Clubland because everyone outside of that is
bad. Yeah.
Shit.
They'd have a job. Yeah.
Right. Unless the NRL turns around and says Cameron Smith is one, Billy Slater is the other, and not to throw it at Laurie Daly has to be there as well. So you get your 2 Origin coaches and a neutral person at your. Otherwise, who are they going to get on there? Like Michael Ennis, but he's
with
Manly.
Manly now.
Like, who else are you going to get on there?
The idea is Cam Smith and a Danny Badiris or a former player. There's your culture.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be taking Andrew Johns for culture, but he's the kind of player you could take. You also don't need.
Isn't Danny Badiris running the water for the Knights though?
So
it's
probably,
Clubland.
but he's not. Oh, look, maybe he is. I don't know. They don't need a culture guy. It's an Ashes tour. It's a 3-game tour. Maybe they'll throw in a game against someone in the warm-up. That hasn't been announced. That's just my feeling. You can't build a culture in 3 weeks, what I'm saying. That is a complete joke. If you want someone over there who's fun and knows a bit about rugby league.
Yeah, exactly right. I had an issue with the Gordon Tallis. I had no issue with the Ben Teo the Broncos because I guess that the only reason why they've said that again is because the Broncos. You can't tell me if he had turned around and said, I want Josh Hannay because Josh Hannay has been the assistant coach at the North Queensland Cowboys, and to throw it neutrally, I'll take Steve Price because he's been an assistant coach at 2 premiership winning clubs. That the ARL would have said, yeah, okay, sweet.
Go for
it's because it is Broncos and it is jobs for the boys.
Fair.
But yeah, if you want to take it outside, you take the 2 Origin coaches and you take Cam Smith.
Yep.
And there you go. There's your 4 people. There's your culture. There's your fun. From all due respect to Laurie Daly, he may be a terrible Origin coach, but apparently he's the life of the party.
Yeah, well.
There's your culture person.
There's your culture, yeah.
Cam Smith looks like he'd be able to sink a few.
Yep.
Billy Slater, I don't know.
He's just a good dude.
And he's a great coach. Now,
the Titans.
We didn't want to go negative. Right?
We didn't, but we're gonna.
Now, the Titans have had 4 years of being able to get rid of David Fifita.
Yep.
And every year he says, yeah, I'm going. And every year they pander to him.
Yeah, give him more money.
And they give
better
him more
contract.
money. He had signed. He had agreed to terms with Penrith. He signed a deal with the Roosters, and then he backflipped to take more money at the Titans. And this year they've actually turned around and said, you know what? You actually are a complete waste of space.
Yeah.
You can go.
After ruining
and now he doesn't want to.
After ruining their season, and this is the kind of guy, you know those kids where you go, you can have any lolly in here except this one.
Yep.
That kid wants that one.
He wants that
That's
lolly.
David Fifita. He has been a tremendous player, and I think the Titans have mishandled this. It was best for everyone. He went to the Roosters. It
was best for anyone he left the Titans.
100%. It had to happen. They keep offering more money and clauses where he can activate. A couple of weeks ago, we were here blowing up about Tino. Might have been last week. He's got a clause at the end of this year. And if he doesn't, then next year and the year after and year after, it's ridiculous. You'd think they'd learn.
You think they'd learn?
After AJ Brimson, they gave a 5-year deal. He didn't need that. They gave it to William Zillman, and I'm a huge fan of Brimson. He didn't need a 5-year deal.
Jordan Akins on debut, scored the 4 tries. They gave him a 3-year deal. He turned crap.
Ridiculous. So, of course, they've gone to Jaden Campbell, who is reportedly linked to multiple clubs, and said, 5-year deal, almost $1 million a year to play a position that's not your best position. They will never learn.
And I wish them nothing but misery.
I enjoy the Titans because I love 49, 48 games. I know the defensive purists will get at me. I don't care. I like tries. He is a brilliant footballer. He's so exciting. But in the last 4 weeks, he's single-handedly lost in 2 games. Yeah,
I think he's exciting when he's broken fit. Like, to me, he's not a halfback.
No, he's a brilliant 5'8", and he's a fun fullback. And they got 3 of them, though.
They do. They need to ship one. And I'm thinking the one that I've always said the one they need to ship is AJ Brimson.
Well, there's going to be 4 or 5 clubs that can go to Brimson and say, oh, you're the missing piece.
Yep.
Kenny,
including Cronulla.
Yeah, Kenny, I'm a huge fan of his.
I'm not.
but he just hasn't proven that yet. And obviously the club is going to be built around Jaden Campbell for the next 5 years. So they need to say to Brimson, go find a spot.
If you're Jaden Campbell, though, do you look at how they've handled AJ Brimson and just go, no, I'm still going to go to market?
I would.
Yeah, I'd still go to market.
There's going to be... The Dragons are going to pay him $1 million. Like, 100%.
Cronulla will pay him.
Cronulla can say, you want to come be our fullback for the next 5 years. It's Bill, his dad was a genius at Cronulla. Should have won a premiership.
Got resold.
Just bring his son. But, yeah, he'd be silly not to take the offer. Titans, though.
Now let's go back to the Australian team.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think we just need to have a little bit of a breather on that. But it looks like Tino Fa'asuamaleaui and Keaon Koloamatangi have rejected the urge to pledge their allegiance elsewhere, and they want to play for Australia.
Yep.
Now, I personally think that Tino just wants to do it to play in the Ashes tour, to not have too many people go over there. I dare say that come the World Cup, he'll be playing for Samoa.
Completely fair, as is he right. This is supposed to be the pinnacle of rugby league. The Ashes tour. Like, it is historically... Those that have never seen it, it's brilliant.
I'm very surprised that Haas and Hammer declared and didn't go on the Ashes tour and then take the World Cup. But, look, I'm stoked for Tino. Yeah. I love Tino as a player. I think, he's always great around Origin time. He's probably one of the two shining lights at the Titans at the moment.
100%.
And just watching him play for Australia, it's awesome. I think Keaon coming out and saying that as well, I think that's an extra boost to get him in the Origin team.
Now, he hasn't said specifically, I'm going to. He said it's a dream of mine to represent the Kangaroos, as I've done with Tonga. I think, a couple of weeks ago, or last week rather, you and I sat here and named our side, and the only potential problem was the props. There's your two props.
Yeah, I also think that with Keaon, he's probably realised that whilst Tonga were the emerging powerhouse, that Samoa have jumped them now, and he's like, I got more chance of winning it with Australia.
Go play Ashes and win a World Cup with Australia. And he's a genius player. I think he's having a career best year now that he's moved full time to the middle.
Yeah.
And the fact he didn't play Origin is downright disgusting.
And he was a great edge player.
He was.
He is a fantastic middle.
He's brilliant.
I'm absolutely picking him.
But there's a player.
There is.
Who we named as around there because we figured he was going to declare for Australia.
And he said, Stefano, he's not going.
I'm going to go play for Samoa, which, fantastic.
Yep.
But with the greatest respect, now that Tino and Keaon are there, you're not welcome anymore.
Now, of course, we love this show. Right? We love getting on here every week. We love talking about the players.
Almost 350 episodes.
Let's celebrate the 350 games.
We're not even close.
Of Daly Cherry-Evans and Ben Hunt. Now, 350, they became the 5th and 6th player to do it. I'm so glad that both of them got a win.
Yeah.
Now, DCE got it in front of his home fans.
Yep, true.
His kids ran him out. His daughters were the ball girls for the day. And he was the goal kicker as well.
Yeah.
Jesus, he was nailing them.
He was kicking it from everywhere.
He was kicking everything. So it was good to see him pick up the tee and hand it to one of his kids and a big smile.
Brilliant.
Did you see the video during the week that they did to announce his 350th?
No.
They pulled his kids out of school. He didn't even know. And they came there and they did this big speech about him. Mate, he was in tears.
Brilliant.
And cutting onions watching it.
Good.
The Broncos left it very low key about Ben Hunt this week. I had no idea it was 350th game until it was announced 5 minutes before on Fox.
Look, I knew because both of them were playing, and one was definitely outshadowed. Now, I think Ben Hunt, I'm pretty sure they're back home this week, aren't they? Yeah. They'll make a big deal out of it then. He's also not...
No, they're not. They're away to the Cowboys.
In the last round, they'll make a big deal of it. With respect to Ben Hunt, he's not a 350 game at one club legend.
Correct.
He hasn't won the premiership, and I'm not
putting
him down.
From him yet.
But DCE is, up until this year, probably the greatest club Manly have ever seen. And I don't think what we saw, they all had their signs. They all had the Daly Cherry-Evans heads. We were a little bit worried they were going to be a little bit negative. They weren't.
No, they weren't.
And Ben Hunt's done tremendous things for Brisbane. They will celebrate him. He played exceptionally well too.
That was DCE day, and the thing is, he had an absolute ripper of a game.
He certainly did.
So it was great to see a packed Brookie. And then I was looking at it earlier, thinking, oh geez, it's only the Knights. Could they have just pulled him back? But then they've got the Cowboys away as well, so you don't really want to rest him for 2 weeks. He had a great game. All his teammates rallied around him as well. He took a shot for conversion at the end, hit the post. Oh, it just sums up Ben Hunt.
It does. It really does.
Absolutely sums him up. But congratulations to both those guys. Now, it looks like Daly Cherry-Evans is, after all this, Willy Woney. It looks like he's going to go to the Sydney Roosters. And whilst I'm happy to see a legend of the game go around again, I'm going to look at Daly Cherry-Evans in a Roosters jersey and just, it's not going to look right.
It's like Cooper Cronk in a Roosters jersey. Brett Mullen's in a Roosters jersey.
Yeah.
Sonny Bill-Williams in a Roosters jersey.
I mean, imagine if in his last year, Paul Gallen turned around and said, you know what, years ago I wished I'd gone to Manly, so I'm going to go and sign for Manly for a year.
Gross.
And he went, yeah, exactly right. Like, some things are just...
sacred.
Yeah, you almost wish that he had either made up with Manly or just said, my body can't do it. I'm not, but yeah, like, whatever.
Gross. Jerry.
Talk to me, Dan.
Time to talk. Some black, white and blue. And as always, this fantastic, my favourite segment, and yours, it's brought to you by our great mates at Winnett Civil Grading, local legend, dare I say, good dude. Make sure you check it out, please.
Now, all 4 grades of the Sharks are going to be in it to win it in the finals, Dan.
Well, we're here to do a state of the Sharks.
A state of the Sharks. Now, let's go backwards. Let's start with the Jersey Flag. Last year's
Beaten grand finalists.
Yeah, beaten grand finalists. They're 4th at the moment.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Cannot be rissoled, as we like to say on this couch.
Now, I think they're one of the 3 best teams in the competition this year.
At full strength.
They've just had players pulled out, in and out, shake it all about. We've seen some tremendous players come through. We've seen some players that you also look at and go, ugh. But they're only young. And I think if we get to the finals and Taj Ford and Riley Pollard and Felix...
Cats.
And we've got the 2 centres in Nakora Williams and Preston Stain all in there. Michael Gabriel has to stay New South Wales Cup.
Sam McCulloch, the 40-year-old, 18-year-old.
Yeah, I think that team there can push again and go to the finals.
They can do some damage. Big time. They're not feeling as good as they did last year.
They have beaten every team this year except Melbourne.
Yeah. And
who are the runaway minor
And not many teams have beaten Melbourne. So, yeah, look, I'm confident, but the flag locked in again, which is great for the future.
Let's talk about the New South Wales Cup. Now, they had the bye this week, and if the Roosters had won, they were able to drop out of the competition. The lowest they can finish is 5th. They're currently in 4th as well.
Locked in, another go round. They're on their day, the second best team in the competition, because the Warriors have deservedly finished minor premiers by a long, long way.
We were one of 2 teams to beat the Warriors this year, and we beat them over there.
Yeah, insane. So, look, there's hope. At full strength, Newtown are a very, very good football team. Getting to full strength, though, is near impossible.
Now, let's just talk quickly for Flegg and for Newtown. There is no home ground advantage.
Yeah,
these games will be played at Leichhardt or Campbelltown or somewhere in a suburban ground. That's where all the finals games will be played. So, the Warriors, they don't get a home... And Melbourne, they don't get it in Flegg either.
Which sucks, but it
sucks.
It is what it is.
So Melbourne have to travel up, travel back, travel up, travel back. They're at a real disadvantage for coming first.
They are. It's not ideal, but I mean, it is. It's not like we didn't know.
You knew it at the beginning of the year. The same as you knew that the Sharks men were going to host a game at Shark Park this year and boil the piss out of everyone. We will finish 6th or 5th. And host the game. I don't think we'll finish 4th. I hope we do.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because we'll get the second bite of the cherry. But we will finish 6th or 5th. I'm confident in that.
You're feeling confident? Now, we need to beat Newcastle to lock that in. We are locked into finals football, no matter what happens. Now, we can finish 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th. It's likely we're going to finish 6th.
We can finish 8th. We need to lose both games and the Roosters need to win both games.
True. Yeah, look... It's going to be win or you're out football is how I feel. If all the games go as we expect them to, we'll be hosting Penrith in round 1, which is terrible, but also an opportunity. That's how you got to look at it.
This is how you got to look at it. Is we've got to host Penrith at Penrith, and the minute 10:01 hits, all the Sharks fans have to go and buy them tickets.
Yeah, we do.
We can't let any of them rats in.
No, 100%. And we need to go outside their hotel. And make noise until 3 a.m.
Yeah, like someone needs to just go and buy $1 million worth of fireworks and let it off at Penrith.
And someone with COVID's got to go in and go, Nathan, nice to meet you. But we'll talk more about that. They're locked in.
Yeah. Now, NRLW entered the round 5th, won. Spoiler alert, we're recording this during the Cowboys-Tigers, but the Cowboys were winning that game 24-8
or something,
last time we looked at it. So
we're going to assume they won.
We're 5th. But looking at that, we are probably the third or fourth best team, we will play finals
Yeah,
this year.
so a lot's got to go wrong for Cronulla not to feature. Now, I don't know. The top two teams are going to play the grand final. That's pretty much it. Newcastle and Cronulla are the next two best teams, and the Cowboys are winning despite probably not being that good, but you got to respect the wins. They're important.
And then Parramatta, I think you'd probably have to say about
and then everything else is kind of fodder. To be
like
nice.
Canberra putting on 50 points on the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
this
ridiculous. And then the Bulldogs a couple of weeks ago were untouchable. It's a weird competition.
Parramatta and the Roosters, 12 all at half time. Roosters win 56-12.
Well, Newcastle had Brisbane beaten.
16-4.
Yeah, and then lost by 50 points. So it's all around the place. Now, the New South Wales Cup girls, I think it's the Harvey Norman.
Harvey Norman Women's Premiership.
They won on the weekend against South. It's a pretty scrappy game, but again, a win's a win. They haven't had anywhere near the team they should throw out because the injuries in the first grade. They play first and then they play second. A win and they're guaranteed, but as it looks, it's going to be hard to miss finals football from there.
Does that mean we're going to get 5 from 5?
It certainly does.
What a club.
What a club. Name anyone else that can do it. You can't because Penrith don't play in the girls. Come on.
May and June, all I heard was negativity about where we were. And so I threw some of that out.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, not once was I ever not confident that the men's NRL team would play finals.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that the girls would turn it around. Flagging New South Wales Cup's wishy-washy.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're going to get on there. Yeah, heads or tails. Now,
the big question, mate.
the big question is, we're locked into finals.
Ooh, nice.
But
just wait. This is good.
We need, in the men's NRL team, we need to lock in our lock, because it has been confirmed that Cam McInnes has done his ACL, and that is terrible news for any Sharks fan out there and any fan of rugby league, because Cam McInnes is the epitome face of rugby league.
Yeah, literally.
He is
literally the face of rugby league.
He is a 2025 player who should have been playing in the 1980s.
Yeah, he rules.
He's in the 1980s, he would have been the most handsome man.
He would have. He rules. Let's call it spade.
He does, yeah. Let's go. But we need to lock in our lock. Now, you're saying there's only one person.
One choice and one choice only.
I'm going to give you the names of 4 people who can... I can probably throw 5.
Oh, well, you can do whatever you want. You're going to be wrong.
Let's go 4. And I'm going to save your one for last because it's also my pick.
Yeah, well.
But I'm going to give you
the names. Let's hear what you got.
At 4th, Hohepapuru.
Yep. Probably a little bit down.
Yep.
I wouldn't let anyone down, but
Wouldn't
probably not.
Down. Being the lock of the year in New South Wales Cup, has come in and been here or there with us, but the team's been up and down when he's come in.
He's never got a full starting spot and never got a chance to play big minutes.
Yeah, now I honestly think that if someone else apart from who we think is going to be locked, then he would have to be the person that would be on the interchange bench. But I don't think he would let you down. Just a little bit underweight, but that's exactly what Cam McInnes is.
Yep.
The third, this may come as a shock, Tobias Rudolph.
I can see where you're going with this.
Yes. Now, Toby, in 2020, when he debuted for us, we started him on the interchange bench. We put him at prop. He finished the season at 13.
Yep.
He's a good ruck defender. He's been really good for us starting when he has started. I do prefer him coming off the bench at prop, but I could see if we were to say we're playing Penrith and we need to throw the mongrel, that you're starting with Adam Fanua-Blake and Oregon Kafusi and Toby Rudolph at lock.
Don't hate it. Doesn't have the foot speed for me, but don't hate it.
Yeah.
Just two like for like across the
Second option, I'm locking in Mawini Hiroti at the right centre for the rest of the year.
Done.
I'm locking in Kale Liro at the left centre, which means I'm offering you CSF Talakai to start at 13.
Don't hate it at all. If that's probably the way I expect it to go. It's not the way I would go, more on that in a minute, but I don't hate it at all. I think we need him off the bench.
It's not the way I expect it to go. I expect him to be on the bench and share 40-minute responsibilities with Jesse Colquhoun.
Oh, that name, Jesse Colquhoun. He gets to know every time he does something good, he's up to about 11 O's.
Yeah. So
the future.
Cam came off with the knee injury and Jesse Colquhoun stepped on straight. Now, Hohepapuru was on the bench. Huge Tukes was on the bench. JC was on the bench. Who else was on the bench? Big Bald Tom. Fitz went to Jesse Colquhoun.
Jesse, get up. Go earn another O.
Anytime Cam McInnes has come off for his spell, Jesse Colquhoun goes on. Against the Titans, we were down 10 points to 6. Jesse Colquhoun's first touch is a try. His second touch is a 15-metre run. And in defence, he was just bullying the Titans forward pack. Now, I know it's only the Titans. And I know this weekend we're going to say it's only the Knights as he adds another O to his name and makes it 12 O's in Colquhoun.
You know what? That's your O face. Colquhoun.
If it's not Colquhoun,
Has to be Talakai.
I'm not going Talakai. If it's not Colquhoun, I'm going Toby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll play that.
I'm going Toby with Colquhoun interchanging on that spot there.
Got to be there.
And then you just have Talakai coming on being a wrecking ball. It's Colquhoun or Toby. It's Colquhoun. Dan.
Talk to me, Terry.
It's time for some tips.
ULBLT.
Now, I can confidently say between you and I last week, we picked a perfect round.
Perfect. You know what? I don't even remember because I don't take it seriously. Except this week, I take it so seriously.
Now, this Thursday night might be the greatest Thursday night of footy we've ever had.
Yeah, well, at least 2 weeks because last week was crap.
Yeah, the Dragons played. Who was the week before?
Yeah, Melbourne and Penrith. Harry Grant.
Oh, yeah. Woo,
Thursday night, baby.
Back-to-back Golden Point losses for
Yeah.
the Panthers. Absolutely stunning. But speaking of stunning, the Dogs will host the Panthers. Now, this game is played again at ANZ Stadium. You cannot tell me the Dogs aren't making a phone call this week going, we need to get this game to Belmore.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to happen, unfortunately. This game, I believe they call it Accor this week.
Accor, whatever.
Are going, there's going to be a huge crowd. The Dogs need to win this game. If they cannot win this game, their season is done.
Thursday night, what are you going to get? What do you reckon, 30, 40?
I think they'll get 30.
Yeah, half. Well, that's not even half the ground field.
No, well, you throw in the 2,000 Penrith fans and 28,000 Dogs fans. This is going to be great.
It's going to be great. It is. It's going to be a lot of fun, regardless of where the game's played. Like, you play this game at Cambridge Park, it's going to be awesome. Yeah. The Dogs,
they need to win.
They look out of ideas.
They need to win.
Penrith I reckon Penrith can honestly say, going from 4th to 7th, that they have given the best account of themselves in taking Melbourne to Golden Point and taking Canberra to Golden Point.
Yeah, there's
the two teams that are first and second, and they've lost in heartbreaking circumstances to them in games that they were quite capable of winning.
Yeah, I think they're going to be all right, Terry.
I think they'll be all right. It pains me to say it. The Dogs, on the other hand, have just thrown this season away. 10 weeks ago, you're sitting here going, who's going to beat the Dogs? The Dogs beat themselves.
They did, but
by getting greedy.
I think the Dogs win this game and bounce back because they have to.
There is nothing about this Bulldogs team at the moment that says to me that they can beat Penrith.
Well, I think they will.
Penrith.
Dogs.
Now, Friday night's not too shabby either. Now, I was worried about this game going in. The Warriors are hosting the Eels. The Eels have been sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. They had been like that the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple of years.
A couple of decades.
Decades, yeah. Yeah, you suck.
But a thumping win over the Roosters.
Yep.
The Warriors have limped to a win over the Dragons, and you expect them to beat the Titans, but they weren't real convincing.
No, but they played some good football.
They did.
This will be fun.
It's at home.
Yep.
The Eels are going to want to go out with a bang. Now, the Eels know that they can disrupt the Warriors' season and cost them a Final Four spot. The Warriors know they have to win to all but lock in the Final Four.
Yeah, I think they will win.
I'm going to go the Eels. Yep. I love when Mitch Moses plays. They're a shot against anyone. Zach Lomax is on fire. Will Penasini has turned his I don't want to say career because he hasn't had much of one, but his season around.
Well, it's becoming.
Yeah, it's and Josh Adokar. He's wound back the clock. When he took that intercept, you kind of oh man, he's 31. Nope, they ain't getting anywhere near him. And he slowed down. He slowed down to laugh at him for chasing. Yeah, why did you do this?
Yeah, wasting your time.
I'm going to go the Eels.
Warriors.
And then Friday night.
Delicious.
Another blockbuster. The Storm, without Harry Grant.
Yeah, more on that on the knock-on.
Against the Roosters, definitely without Sam Walker.
Yeah, definitely hurts both teams, but it hurts one way more than the other.
Yeah, I mean, look out for the Storm who can just turn around and go, oh, we'll just put Tyra and Wishart at number 9 and we'll just bring up the next Avenger in Jonah Pezzett.
Yeah, right. Pezzett will fill in off the
or Jerome Hughes can come back early or, whatever they're going to do. But, geez, man.
McMeany will play whatever.
Every time I look at this Melbourne team, the last couple of weeks I've looked at them and just said premiers.
Yeah, well, it felt like that for a long time, and I think they do the job here. I think the Roosters are going to put all their eggs in the basket next week, beating South.
Again, though, we've just said they have to. They can't get belted here.
Nah.
If they're for and against.
I think they're going to have a choice.
Their for and against is up and around the same as, I think, don't quote me, they're about plus 80 The Dolphins are +90, Manly are +60.
They're going to Melbourne.
If they get belted, the other two are going to jump them.
Yeah.
We could quite quickly see...
Terry, they're going to get clucked.
Well, I thought the Dogs were going to get belted.
Yeah, well, you thought wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Just let me go out on a pun.
Okay.
Foul.
Super Saturday. Now, had the Tigers not capitulated,
Kerfuffled.
this game would have been absolutely awesome.
Would that still be fun?
Now, no Adam Dewey for the Tigers,
Sucks.
and we don't know if Latu Fanu is going to be out of place. They may not have a halfback, so Jerome Luo might be going to 7 and
Who else
pulling
is going
someone
to go
into
6?
6.
Galvin?
Too soon.
Yeah, I know.
Up against the Raiders.
Yep.
They win this game all but one premise.
Yes, and I think they will, with the greatest respect to the Tigers,
Yep.
who have been good, fun.
Yep.
I think Canberra at home.
I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just going to be like...
This will be a big one. They're going to...
Tarpany versus May is going to be a lot of fun.
That'll be fun.
But this Canberra team, like, all year long, I've just waited for them to fall off.
Yeah, well...
They were chasing...
Still waiting.
They were chasing the Dogs, and you were just like, oh, I mean, the Dogs are going to kick clear, Raiders are going to fall off, they're going to finish 6th or 7th or whatever.
You know, it'll be good. You know when they blow that stupid horn?
Yeah.
If the Tigers...
someone actually blew the horn.
Well, that too, but the Tigers, like, pay someone a shit ton of money to go roar with the roar thing. That'd be cool. But, yeah, they're not going to win on field, so they need one off field.
Yeah, I can't pick the Tigers. As much as I want to pick the Tigers in this, I can't pick the Tigers. I'm going to pick the Raiders. Oh, if ever you needed a Saturday afternoon nap, the Dragons are hosting the Eagles.
Well...
Manly are fun.
Manly are fun. The Dragons are... The Dragons.
Does
It's the biggest insult you can give them.
Does Clint Gutherson turn up this week?
Yes. Well, he's your former team, Manly, isn't it?
No. Oh, yeah.
You're like 65 years ago.
Yeah, he played a couple of games for him.
Almost literally. Yeah.
St George's season's done.
Yep.
They can end Manly's season.
Yeah, they'll want to because they were terrible this week. Like,
40-0.
disgusting. That's got to hurt your pride.
That does, yeah.
I think they'll turn up. I do think they'll lose, but I think they'll be a million times better.
Now, if this game was at Win, I would be picking the Dragons.
Yeah, they're good down there.
This game's at Cogra. I don't feel it, and I know this is their home ground.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel it as much. Like, they get up for big games down at Win. That crowd is like full of awful people.
It's rabid.
Yeah.
And we're not bagging them. It's disgusting down there.
Yeah, they are disgusting.
Yeah, you're horrible.
Yeah, but it's
But
at
in a
Cogra.
good way.
It's full of the opposite kind of disgusting people.
Yeah.
Just
Dragons fans.
Yeah, just Dragons.
Scott. Yeah.
Manly in a close game.
Yeah.
Manly in a close game. Now, Saturday night.
Yep.
The final game of the 4X series. I'll have to go into my calculations and figure out who won this one. I'm pretty sure it's Brisbane.
Yeah. Well,
But the Cowboys, they found something out of nothing.
they did.
And they're going to want to ruin Brisbane's chances of hosting
So much.
or top 4.
So much.
And the Cowboys can score points.
They certainly can.
And the Broncos can leak points.
Well, Reece Walsh and Scott Drinkwater, that's
a shootout.
You hit random because you don't know what you're going to get in any given set.
Reece Walsh has been the best and worst player on the field the last 2 weeks.
And so is Scott Drinkwater.
Yeah.
Like, there are times you look at both of them and go, oh.
Yeah.
And others you go, oh.
Yeah, like when Fanua Bole went through that gap, I was like, he scored on the post and Drinkwater just mowed him down.
Yeah, and then it bounced. He watches the ball bounce over his head,
yeah.
and they score untouched.
You don't know what you're going to get. Flip of the coin on this one. I am actually going to back the home team to pull off the upset. I think Brisbane are playing on a lot of adrenaline at the moment. Like, they lost Adam Reynolds, they lost Ezra Mam in one game.
Ram.
But I think they're playing on a lot of adrenaline at the moment and a lot of like,
Tony Staggs and
and like they should have lost to the Dolphins. Let's just be real. They should have lost to the Dolphins.
It's insane.
I'm going to pick the Cowboys here.
I'll go Brisbane. I think Ben Hunt will get up for his 351st.
Beautiful. We've got a good Sunday afternoon.
Really?
Kind of.
No,
yeah.
I disagree.
I mean, at 2 o'clock, we're either going to have a fantastic evening or we're going to have a terrible evening. As the Sharks are hosting the Newcastle Knights.
They will dictate my mood.
Now, again, the Knights, they're really injury plagued at the moment.
Brave.
Brave is a word you can use for it. Shit is another one.
Yeah. Probably more the latter. You know they're going to watch this now.
The Sharks, though, well, everyone watches this. We do 1 million views.
True.
The Sharks, this is the kind of game that you expect them to win, so they lose.
Yes.
This screams danger game.
It does.
A few years, like the fact that Ponga's not playing, like he normally comes to Shark Park and feasts.
Yeah.
They don't have the fast kid with the mullet.
Yep.
They have the other kid with the mullet. They got Dan Gagai. Newcastle really look like they're waiting for this season to end.
like most seasons.
Sharks.
Cronulla, and if they lose, so help me flip.
Yeah. If they lose, there will be a hole in the wall. And finally, like, I am actually excited for this game.
Sure.
The Finns are hosting the Titans. The Dolphins have a chance to potentially leapfrog into 8th. The Titans have a chance to potentially leapfrog Newcastle.
Is this game at KO Stadium?
It's not. It's at Suncorp. And you can't tell me the Dolphins aren't trying to get that change midweek.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Put it at KO. This is the most... anyways, they're going to get a big... I think the Dolphins win because the Titans are so bad. Yeah. But if we're sitting here next week talking about a big Titans win, I'm not shocked.
The Finns got the opportunity to leapfrog and go into the finals. But they're running out of puff here. They're running out of steam.
They are.
The Titans... Des Hazard's got one more speech in him.
You reckon?
I don't want the wooden spoon. I've never won one. I've never come close to winning one.
What a way to go out.
He's got one more speech in him. Is this it? They take on the Tigers the week after. The Tigers know what it's like to win a wooden spoon. They're going to want to pile misery on a team. I'm going to back the Titans to win this game.
I'll go
and
Dolphins.
End the Dolphins season.
Will be fun. It's a nice
but I
story.
want the Dolphins to win.
Oh, so what are you going to do? You're going to not tip them?
Shit. I'm in a rock and a hard place here, Dan. I want the Titans to win.
Yeah. We want the Dolphins to win.
I want the Dolphins to lose. I'm going to tip the Dolphins.
Okay. Titans.
Dan, this has taken everything out of me. This has been an episode.
It has.
And thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of Rugby League Outlaws.
We lost 2 subscribers last week. I don't know what Terry did wrong.
I think this has been our best episode.
Yeah. So like and subscribe.
It's probably the 2 people that...